Hi, good day. My name is Ricardo Wyngaard, and in this video I want to talk about three things that non-profit organizations should look out for in the year 2018. The first is a report that's going to be published by the Davis Tax Committee dealing with the taxation of public benefit organizations. Now, I've been privileged to serve on a subcommittee of the Davis Tax Committee looking at tax issues relating to public benefit organizations, and I suspect that a draft report is going to be published during 2018. Now, that's going to be important for non-profit organizations because I know there are a couple of issues that have been identified over the years by organizations in terms of the tax issues. I would encourage you to look out for that draft report when it gets published, and also to make submissions where relevant. Secondly, NPOs will have to be on the lookout for the implications of the Financial Intelligence Center Amendment Act, which came into operation in October last year. Now, this law does not deal directly with non-profit organizations, but it's got implications for organizations. And I've seen a number of organizations having their bank accounts suspended because their details were not verified. So if you change board members, if you change your address, it's important that you update your details with the relevant accounting institutions, especially the banks, because you wouldn't want your bank account to be suspended. That's not nice. So have a look, keep a lookout for that. The Protection of Personal Information Act, that should become fully operational in 2018. Now, already systems have been put in place, regulations have been published, the information regulator has been appointed, so it's basically going to happen in 2018. There's going to be a 1-year period for organizations to ensure that they become compliant with the provisions of the Act. But this year, you should make sure that systems and processes are in place to be compliant with the provisions of the Protection of Personal Information Act. Now, I know I said 3 developments, but there's also the NPO Bow, and there's been a lot said about this unpublished bill. I know there's a bill in the process of being developed by the Department of Social Development. It might be published in 2018, I don't know, but keep a lookout for that because it will have implications for non-profit organizations in South Africa. So 2018 is also the year when the first reports under King 4 will be published. Now, that's for the organizations that have subscribed to the principles and practices of King 4, and so those reports will be published. Now, if you haven't subscribed to King 4, I recommend that you do take into account some of the principles, relevant principles and practices for your organization. I would never advise an organization to just ignore King 4. It's important to take into account, and in my view, there are some beneficial practices. Now, in 2017, towards the end, the following book was published with Juta, and it deals with NPO governance matters. Now, I've identified some key practices for organizations to implement, and in it I also refer to King 4 as well as the independent code. So I would strongly recommend that you obtain a copy of this booklet or guide. So I hope this video has been helpful. Please like it if you do, and please share. Thank you.